It was supposed to be a normal day. A day filled with bright lights, camera crews, and laughter from the set of Dylan Wang's latest project. But within moments, everything spiraled into chaos. Sirens replaced applause, panic replaced celebration, and one of Asia's most beloved stars was rushed to the hospital after a shocking collapse that no one saw coming. But what truly brought fans to tears was Shen Yu's reaction. The woman who stood quietly by his side for years, suddenly thrust into the spotlight in the most heartbreaking way. Don't forget to subscribe now, because what happened next is the emotional twist fans never expected, and the truth behind Dylan Wang's collapse may change everything we thought we knew. The moment began just like any other. Dylan Wang, known for his charm, professionalism, and seemingly limitless energy, was on set filming a scene for his upcoming drama. Those around him said he was cheerful that morning, joking with the crew and even buying breakfast for some of the staff, a classic Dylan move. But behind the smile, something wasn't right. Witnesses claim Dylan appeared fatigued during rehearsals. He paused often between takes, frequently touching his temple and downing more water than usual. Some thought it was just exhaustion from back-to-back schedules, a normal struggle for someone as in demand as Dylan. But then, right after completing a dramatic take, he stumbled. The cameras kept rolling. At first, people thought it was part of the scene. But then he dropped to his knees. And within seconds, Dylan Wang collapsed entirely. Screams echoed across the set. Crew members rushed to his side. A production assistant immediately called emergency services. And within 10 minutes, Dylan was being rushed by ambulance to the nearest hospital in central Beijing. The internet erupted. Hashtag Dylan Wang collapsed. Hashtag get well soon Dylan. Hashtag Shen Yu in tears. These hashtags shot to the top of every platform within the hour. But nothing could prepare fans for what happened next. According to sources at the hospital, Dylan was admitted in critical condition, completely unconscious, unresponsive, and surrounded by medical staff doing everything in their power to stabilize him. But when Shen Yu arrived, the entire mood in the hospital shifted. She had reportedly been on a break from filming a separate project nearby when she got the call. Within minutes, she was seen arriving at the emergency entrance, wearing no makeup, still in casual rehearsal clothes, her face stricken with fear. She didn't speak to anyone. She didn't wait. She walked straight in. A nurse later shared that Shen Yu had been trembling when she entered Dylan's room. And the moment she saw him lying unconscious on that hospital bed, hooked to monitors, she broke down in tears. No cameras captured that moment. No fan accounts leaked the footage. But one hospital staffer, clearly moved by what they saw, said quietly, "You could tell she loved him. That wasn't acting. That wasn't for show. That was heartbreak." So what happened? What caused Dylan Wang, a healthy and athletic young man, to suddenly collapse? That's when the truth came out, and it shocked even those closest to him. According to his management team, Dylan had received devastating news just hours before arriving on set. A close family member, reportedly his grandmother, whom he was incredibly close to, had passed away unexpectedly. Despite the emotional blow, Dylan insisted on continuing with the shoot, determined to fulfill his commitments. He didn't tell anyone. Not even Shen Yu. Not his manager. Not the director. He kept it inside. And that pressure, combined with extreme exhaustion, emotional trauma, and perhaps deeper personal stress that no one knew about, finally caught up to him. His body shut down. It was too much. And Shen Yu, already devastated by the news of his collapse, was doubly crushed when she learned the reason why. In a private moment overheard by a nurse, Shen Yu was heard whispering through tears, "Why didn't you tell me? You didn't have to carry this alone." Those words have now become a rallying cry among fans. Screenshots and edits of that quote are circulating everywhere, alongside emotional videos, throwback clips, and messages of support. But what comes next? As of now, Dylan is conscious but weak. The hospital has confirmed that he is out of critical condition, but doctors have advised complete rest and emotional recovery. His management has cancelled all upcoming schedules, and he is expected to remain hospitalized for at least another week. Shen, meanwhile, has refused to leave his side. She's been seen coming and going from the hospital, often late at night, always avoiding reporters. Some fans even caught a glimpse of her standing quietly by the hospital window, looking out at the city with tears in her eyes. And while no official statement has been made by her team, insiders say she's taking a brief hiatus from filming to focus entirely on Dylan's recovery. For fans, this moment has become far more than just another celebrity health scare. It has become a moment of truth, an emotional awakening that reveals the depth of the bond between two stars who have spent years dodging dating rumors, speculation, and media frenzy. Because for all the mystery, for all the carefully worded interviews and scripted answers, the emotion on Shenyu's face as she cried at Dylan's bedside told a story far more powerful than any drama script ever could. It told the story of real love. But beyond the headlines and hashtags, there's a deeper message here. Even the strongest among us can break. Even the most admired idols can collapse under the weight of silent pain. Dylan Wang's collapse is a wake-up call, not just for fans, but for an entire industry that demands so much from its stars. Endless filming, relentless press, unspoken expectations, and a culture that often celebrates silence over vulnerability. Dylan carried the grief of losing someone he loved, pushed through his sorrow for the sake of work, and almost paid the ultimate price for it. And Shenyu's presence is a reminder of what we all need when we're at our lowest, not headlines, not fame, but someone who truly cares. As Dylan continues his recovery, fans are rallying like never before. Messages of support from around the world are pouring in. Fellow actors have spoken out, calling for more compassionate working conditions in the industry. And Shen? She has gained the respect of an entirely new generation of fans, people who may not have followed her work closely before, but now see her as something more than just a beautiful face on screen. They see her as a woman who showed up when it mattered most. So where does this emotional story go from here? Will Dylan return to the screen stronger than ever? Will Shen speak out? Will this heartbreaking moment give rise to a new era of honesty and vulnerability in an industry built on perfection? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, this wasn't just a collapse. It was a breaking point. A moment that shattered illusions and brought raw humanity to the surface of stardom. And in the center of it all were two people who've shared years of complicated, beautiful history, brought back together not by fate, but by pain. To Dylan Wang, we wish you strength. We hope you heal, not just physically, but emotionally. And to Shen, thank you for showing the world what true compassion looks like when the cameras stop rolling. This story is still unfolding, and we'll be right here bringing you every heartfelt detail. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because when the stars fall, it's those who catch them that we remember most.